Like that, Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA, the team owners, the Players Association, in the split of an instance, all of it can change. In a split instance, all of it can change. If this injury does anything, it should be a wake-up call to the WNBA, the Players Association, the team owners, that just like that, all this fanfare, all this interest, all this newfound attention on the league can disappear overnight.
The WNBA believed they could let players rough up Caitlin Clark every night, and fans would still cheer as if it were just another casual game. But after she got body-checked like it was Game 7 of the NHL Finals, the reaction was anything but quiet. Fans aren't just frustrated, they're boycotting like it's Black Friday, and the referees just snatched their coupons. The league wanted to make the game more physical, but now it's dealing with a full-blown protest in the stands. What was meant to add intensity has instead backfired, hurting both ticket sales and team morale. And this is only the beginning. Fans are now demanding fairness, respect, and the protection their MVP truly deserves.
Just announced that Caitlin Clark will be out a minimum of 2 weeks with a quad injury. Could this injury have been prevented? Can the Indiana Fever win without her? And what does this mean for the
The WNBA expected this season to be smooth sailing. Ratings were soaring. Jerseys were selling out, and Fever games were drawing Taylor Swift-level crowds. But just when everything seemed picture-perfect, Caitlin Clark's quad injury turned the entire season upside down. Now she's sidelined, fans are outraged, and social media is erupting with anger and disappointment. Behind the scenes, league officials are scrambling to contain the fallout while trying to project confidence. What was once a season filled with excitement has quickly shifted to one clouded by concern, as momentum stalls and questions grow about Clark's recovery and the league's direction. One thing's certain, the WNBA's calm has shattered, and the drama is only beginning.
In the back, we know Caitlin Clark was lost yesterday to an injury for at least 2 weeks. Now, the thing about it is they're going to reevaluate in 2 weeks. And of course, man, these teams, I told you earlier, these WNBA franchises that moved games like the Chicago Sky to the, United Arena, you're screwed. You're done. You're cooked. Nobody is going to show up to this thing. Chicago Sky can't sell out their own 9,000-something seat arena like it is. They couldn't when they were kind of decent.
Caitlin Clark is out for 2 weeks with a strained quadriceps. No tear, no fracture, but enough to send the WNBA into full-blown chaos. It's as if her thigh decided to take a short vacation, leaving the Fever's biggest star sidelined while the league scrambles to keep the spotlight from dimming. The reactions have been anything but calm. Fans, analysts, and even players are in meltdown mode. Frustration is pouring across social media as concerns grow about both Clark's recovery and the league's momentum. It's a tense, uncertain moment, and all eyes are locked on how the WNBA manages this unexpected twist in its most-watched season yet.
Oh my God, guys, breaking news. Caitlin Clark is hurt. I didn't believe it when I saw it myself. She's injured. She has a quad injury, a left quad injury. It's a quadriceps strain, and the team announced today, about 2 hours ago, she's going to be out 2 weeks at the minimum. 2 weeks. Without Caitlin Clark, this team is finished.
Clark's diehard fans, some of the most passionate, merch-obsessed supporters since the days of Michael Jordan, have turned her minor injury into what feels like a full-scale revolution. Social media is flooded with emotional protests, with posts declaring, "I'm done watching until Clark returns," and to boycott the WNBA. It's nothing without her. The outrage is so intense, it's as if the league personally offended their families or stole their pets. Meanwhile, other players are trying to remind everyone, hey, we're still here. But the internet's response has been a collective. Not now, sweetheart. What started as a simple injury update has now spiraled into a full-blown drama, igniting a firestorm of passion, debate, and division across the WNBA community.
It's the latter. It could mean that Caitlin Clark could potentially miss the rest of the season. This 2-week timetable that people are running with, that's just when Caitlin Clark is going to be reevaluated. As of now, she will be reevaluated on June 9th. That does not mean, and it's highly unlikely, that June 9th or shortly thereafter is when Caitlin Clark is cleared to return.
And Indiana. They're suddenly getting a taste of life without their star Caitlin Clark. The Caitlin Clark show has temporarily gone off the air, leaving Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell to try and keep the franchise afloat with sheer grit and determination. Mitchell's out here playing like she's got 3 lungs, pushing through exhaustion, while Boston's rebounding like she's battling ghosts. Coach Stephanie White is rewriting game plans on the fly, almost as if she's in the Hunger Games. Surprisingly, the Fever might just stay competitive. Why? Because their upcoming opponents have been about as threatening as lukewarm soup. No offense, Chicago Sky. Well, maybe just a little. Still, Indiana's resilience could surprise us all in these coming weeks, even without their superstar.
There's no way. Every team's going to come at them and try to take them out, especially without Caitlin. They're going to lose some games here, and that's going to set them back. It's really hard to believe this, but yeah, she's out. There's no other details. When did this happen? Could have happened in this game. We're not sure. Most likely at a practice yesterday. And she's out for 2 weeks, man.
Let's be honest. The most entertaining aspect of the WNBA isn't the scoreboard, the highlight reels, or even the game itself. It's watching the league scramble to keep up the illusion that everything's business as usual when the star of the show, Caitlin Clark, has been benched. Before her injury, Clark wasn't just a contender for MVP, she was the MVP. The entire narrative. Some tried to downplay her, claiming she was just good for a rookie, but that's like saying Beyoncé is just a singer. Please. Clark was more than putting up impressive numbers. She was single-handedly dragging her franchise back into relevance, acting as a one-woman rescue mission. Her presence skyrocketed ratings, sold-out arenas, celebrity shout-outs, and fans in the nosebleed sporting homemade glitter-infused jerseys. She didn't just bring excitement, she rebooted the league's entire algorithm. We're talking record-breaking viewership, arenas finally packed, and merch flying off shelves faster than Taylor Swift tickets. And now, the Queen is temporarily off the court. Suddenly, the league wants us to believe that the MVP race is wide open, as if the rest of the league wasn't orbiting her gravitational pull just a few days ago. Cute attempt, but we all know the truth.
WNBA news. Caitlin Clark is out for a minimum of 2 weeks with a quad strain, and our next question is, what does this mean for the Fever? So Cece is going to be missing the second Sky rematch since playing them the first weekend of the season, which is definitely a bummer, but on the bright side, this injury doesn't seem too bad. It's just some quad tightness. But fear not, Fever fans. We talked to Caitlin earlier this month, and she doesn't seem too worried about the depth of this roster.
So I think our depth is probably what I would worry about the most. You know, if somebody doesn't have it one night, you're just going to the next person on the bench and the next person, and you know, we're going to have to be able to find a way to use that to the best of our ability.
Caitlin seems like she has faith in her team, but we will see how this squad performs on the court without their number 1 player.
Meanwhile, back in Indiana, the Fever are quietly adjusting and might actually come out stronger. Without Clark doing everything herself, her teammates are stepping up and showing their true potential. When Clark returns, rested, refocused, and tired of the noise, she'll be ready to make a statement. Picture her storming back onto the court, sinking threes from downtown and shutting up every doubter who questioned her after her rehab stint. That's not just a comeback, that's an electrifying encore. And here's the real takeaway. If the Fever can survive this rough patch, stay competitive, and snag a few unexpected wins, they'll be a serious playoff threat. With Clark healthy, Boston confident, and Mitchell energized, they could become a dark horse with momentum on their side. Caitlin Clark is temporarily sidelined, but the league isn't slowing down. It's only getting louder now. Storylines are piling up. MVP drama, rising stars, fierce fan rivalries, conspiracy theories, and her eventual return tour. The WNBA's energy is only building, even without her on the court. Clark's absence has sparked a new wave of excitement and anticipation, keeping fans on the edge of their seats.